going to discuss is to look for ways to resolve the disputes among parties. Okay? There are several forms of dispute resolution. Yung pinaka-popular po, yung nakikita natin sa TV, saka sa dyaryo, the classic idea na you file a case in court and then sa court, sila yung nagde-decide ng kung ano yung merits ng case and then the court gives a decision on how it will resolve the dispute over the contract. So, and then the court gives out a judgment in the form of specific performance, damages. So, yun yung possible na form of dispute resolution through litigation. What we're going to focus today actually is another mode of resolving disputes, which is alternative dispute resolution. It's called alternative kasi hindi siya yung mainstream, which is litigation. So it's the alternative. For me, actually, I am a strong believer of ADR. Over the years, I have been practicing law for 7 years. Yung litigation ko ay siguro may mga hindi na umaakyat to pre-trial, tapos it will take siguro a court 5, 10 years, 15 years. May isa akong hinahawakan na file sa Sandigan Bayan, 1980s, 1986. Hanggang ngayon, di pa kami nakakaabot ng pre-trial. Oh. So, ganun yung problema sa litigation. So, it's not really a very viable solution sometimes to the contracts. For the meantime, anong gagawin ng partido? They have like 20 years na tumatakbo, di ba? Okay? So, habang yung mga kaso na hinahawakan ko na ADR, yung naging mode of dispute resolution nila, sometimes, isang meeting lang. Solve kagad. 1 hour. It's, hindi siya madali. But, it's relatively simpler kasi walang structure. And then, it could be more effective kasi it addresses the real interest of the parties. And obviously, faster siya. Okay? So, I'm a strong advocate of ADR, and there are several modes that we could explore sa ADR. The one that we will be focusing today is negotiation. Okay, we will discuss that more later. Another is mediation. Arbitration is another mode. Conciliation, fact-finding commissions, and then hybrids, combination of the different modes of alternative dispute resolution. So, let's start first with the usual litigation. Ano ba, for example, nakalagay sa AVA ninyo, litigation yung nakalagay as a mode of dispute resolution. Yung mga issues na kailangan nyo i-contend o kailangan nyo i-solve would be issues like jurisdiction, which is vested by law. Titingnan nyo yung batas. Ang batas ba nagsasabi kung saan i-resolve yung isang dispute? Tapos, the allegations and the pleading, ano yung nakalagay doon sa complaint na sinubmit ng partido sa korte? Yan yung magdedetermine kung meron jurisdiction yung isang korte. Okay? So, meron pang subject matter jurisdiction, jurisdiction over the person, na-serve ba ng tama yung summons. Yan yung mga issues na kailangan nilang i-resolve pag litigation. So, litigation actually is a very technical. Kaya tatagalan kasi ang daming technicalities na involved na kailangan nilang i-resolve para yung anumang judgment na inilabas ng isang korte ay valid na pwede i-enforce against the parties. And then, more complicated, of course, would be cross-border litigation. Kasi sa cross-border litigation, ang nangyayari nito, hindi necessarily yung domestic courts yung umahawak ng kaso. Kasi sa AVA, especially those who are involved in exports or yung may mga multinationals na involved as a party, it is not necessarily that they would put there in the contract Philippine courts as the venue for the resolution of the dispute. So, pwede nilang ilagay doon the courts of New York, the courts of London, the courts of Hong Kong. which makes it more complicated kasi yung rules of procedure which determines kung ano yung jurisdiction ng court saka kung ano yung mga technicalities sa susundin ay yung batas at saka rules of procedure ng ibang bansa. So, litigation is complex, okay? And it is more complex when the one involved is cross-border litigation. So, ano ngayon yung alternative dispute resolution? Noong 2004, naglabas yung ating Kongreso ng magandang batas at ito ay ang ADR Act of 2004. According to the ADR Act of 2004, alternative dispute resolution means any process or procedure used to resolve a dispute or controversy other than adjudication of a presiding judge. So, ano yung possible forms of ADR according to the ADR Act of 2004? Arbitration, mediation, conciliation, early neutral evaluation, mini-trial, or any combination thereof. So, actually, yung ADR, it has enumeration, but the parties are actually not limited. They could invent a form of a mode of resolving their dispute. Kasi that is actually contained in the state policy on ADR. So ano yung policy ng Philippine government on ADR? Okay? The state shall actively promote party autonomy in the resolution of dispute or the freedom of the party to make their own arrangement to resolve their disputes. So ngayon, yung instead of the state dictating the parties how they would resolve their disputes, binibigay ng Estado, ng Philippine state, yung responsibility on how they would resolve the dispute to the parties themselves. And they are free to design whatever dispute resolution that is most effective between the parties in case a dispute arises from their agreement. Okay? So the state shall encourage and actively promote the use of ADR as an important means to achieve speedy and impartial justice and declag court dockets. As you may know, yung court natin ay, siguro yung mga abogado dito would know, like minsan nasa trial calendar, 40 nakalagay in a single day. Minsan darating ako doon ng 8, matatawag yung aking kaso, alas 10, maswerte ka pa noon kung alas 10. So minsan, gutom na ako kasi wala akong breakfast kasi kailangan kong tumakbo sa korte ng 8 o'clock pero tatawagan yung aking kaso 11:30, alas 12, minsan mag-recess kasi kakain muna yung judge, hapon na ako matatawag. Diba? Oo, may ganyan. So the ADR, the vision of ADR is to declag. So kaya nga kailangan nila na empower the parties to find their own way of resolving disputes para hindi na kayo pumunta sa korte. Okay? Another is to provide means for the use of ADR as an efficient tool and alternative procedure for the resolution of appropriate cases. Actually, ADR could be the more effective mode of resolving certain types of disputes rather than litigation. For example, especially in AVAs. AVA, as we will know, could be highly technical contracts. Ano ba naman alam ng judge about bananas, di ba? Growing bananas. Ano yung alam ng judge tungkol sa mga rubber plantations, tungkol sa sugar, tungkol sa import and export, di ba? The judge usually, they're assumed to know everything, but it will take them time to really understand the contract. Especially pag much complex contracts yung involved. So, ang maganda kasi sa ADR, since the parties are given the freedom to determine how they would resolve the disputes, they could choose experts to guide the resolution of disputes. They're not limited to getting the services of the judge to help them resolve their disputes. They could resort to other people who are more knowledgeable and more effective in resolving their disputes. Yun yung kaya maganda siya. It could be more appropriate and more effective. And it would enlist active private sector participation in the settlement of disputes through ADR. Kaya the resolution of dispute is not just the business of the state. It is the business of everyone. Kaya kinakailangan yung mga private sectors, tayo po, mga ordinaryong mamamayan, we should be able to participate in the resolution of disputes. Sa dami ba naman ng mga disputes na nangyayari? We should be able to find a way and participate. So we could be, kaya nga nag-aaral tayo ng PBD lawyering, para sa ating part, pwede tayong tumulong, pwede tayong maging mediator, pwede tayong maging negotiator, pwede tayong arbitrator if you have the competence and the technical expertise na tumulong sa mga partido who are in disputes. So it's really empowering people to help resolve disputes. So the most popular mode of ADR and the most common is actually negotiation. Simple lang po yung negotiation. If you want to really be a good negotiator, it's something that you will always hone during your entire lifetime. Hindi siya basta-basta na makukuha natin kaagad. Kaya, even though we may be introducing concepts here about negotiation, we cannot expect ourselves na kaagad-agad makukuha natin yung skills na yun kasi it takes an entire lifetime. It's really like learning by doing na skill. Okay? But we could be all effective negotiators. Nasa atin na yan, it's part of our nature. Another important mode of ADR is mediation. Yung pagkakaiba lang sa mediation sa negotiation, ito meron kang neutral party na nasa gitna, pinapagitnaan yung dalawang nagkakaaway na partido. And then, itong mediator na to, he explores, he walks through the issues between the two parties and explores solutions. So siya yung mag-guide. So, possible, conciliation, which is a variation of mediation. For example, ang nangyayari dyan, hindi nagkakaharap yung dalawang partido because they could be may animosity sa kanilang dalawa. But yung mediator or yung conciliator would shuttle from one room to another para lang facilitate yung communications and kung paano nila ma-explore yung solution sa kanilang problema. So, ang kaibahan nito, merong neutral party na nasa gitna, nagpa-facilitate sa kanilang dispute resolution. Okay? Yung negotiation kasi, kayong dalawa. The third is arbitration. Yung arbitration naman ay, actually, it's like a court. There's a judge hired by both parties who will give out a binding decision, and that binding decision could be enforced through a court order. Okay? The main difference lang between litigation and arbitration is based on consent. Okay? It's voluntary. Ibig sabihin, all points of the arbitral proceedings are dictated by the parties themselves. Kaya it would include choosing of arbitrators. Sino yung uupo bilang judge namin? Sino yung magdi-decide ng dispute? Kami yung pipili nun. Hindi siya pwedeng umupo unless merong consent ng parties. Yung rules of procedure. Ano yung gagamitin na rules of procedure natin? Are we going to use the Philippine Rules of Court, for example, as a reference on how we will proceed with the proceedings sa arbitration natin? Or are we going to use the procedures of an arbitral institution? So, ang main characteristic ng arbitration, usually there's a written agreement to resolve disputes by the use of impartial arbitration. The procedures usually are informal. Meaning, unlike litigation, na you have to follow the rules of court, and if you don't follow, pwede ka ma-technical, pwede ma-dismiss yung kaso mo. Here, because it's consent-based, as long as the other party consents, the opposing party consents, na pwede nyo i-bend yung in-agree nyo na party, or pwedeng i-waive. It's possible, kasi it's consensual. Impartial and eligible neutrals to serve as arbitrators. Usually sila yung mga arbitrators, they are neutral. Actually, dapat walang conflict of interest. Important yan. Otherwise, they would be disqualified. And then the nice thing about this, the award provided by the arbitral tribunal is binding. It's like a judgment by court. Yan yung purpose actually ng ADR Act. Saka yung may tinatawag tayo na international convention, the New York Convention on the Enforcement of Arbitral Awards, which actually states na yung mga arbitral awards issued by the arbitral tribunals or yung ad hoc o yung kayo mismo nag-form na ng arbitral bodies are enforceable as like judgment of the court, subject to certain exceptions. So, pwede mong dalhin yan. Hindi yan basta-basta na parang by agreement lang. Pwede mong dalhin yan sa korte at sabihin mo yung korte, i-enforce nyo to. So, yun yung maganda dyan sa arbitration.